to me, baby.
My heart is beating, beating.
Give it to me, baby.
Battery's not ready. Invulnerable as ever, I see. Hey. Feel that one.
Blue point! Blue point!
I'll give you that one, Bruce.
Hit. Superman. That's not ready.
Red point! Red point!
Oof. Not pulling punches, huh, Clark? You ever get...
Winner! 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 Winner!
I have to admit, I was a little worried Clark had that one.
I'm a pick character.
lightning in a bottle twice, and I don't think they should try. As much as
Thank
they
you,
say,
brother.
like,
Thank you,
oh,
brothers.
they translate over the same way. So it's darker, it's a little more spooky. So I'm like,
scarier because
cool, that's
not
great
that
pitch.
scary.
I'm into it.
No, not at all. Yeah, a couple parts, but
Yeah.
All right, brother.
It's more towards the beginning. It's more tension driven, and it goes batshit crazy towards the end.
Thank you, thank you.
Resident Evil, when you think about it, like even 2, like the way it ends. I mean, finding a giant glob of flesh with your rocket launcher at that point. I mean,
True. Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous.
with the one-liner, what does he say? Like, sayonara,
gonna
bitch.
send
Oh yeah. I don't remember what he says. Godspeed, Spider-Man. Boom. And he blows it up.
I've seen some conversation about like it's to be very. If you don't want, like if you don't want to play it again, play it again. Like that across. I'm excited because look at Resident Evil 4 as 2 parts. Resident Evil can play on platforms basically the same. This,
I guess it's up to me.
Replace RE4, which still plays relatively well. Again,
You've
super fun. Dig through it. I'll totally take that. Like keep having it. Give us Code Veronica.
here. What do you
Keep
need?
doing it.
Yeah.
I look. If you
You've got my
guys
attention,
taking
okay?
a crack
You've
at
got my
Resident Evil
attention.
opening for, then like you can do anything. So like that's really the bar for me. If I start the game and opening kicks out, I'm gonna be real because that's one of the incredible things ever made in video games. I think.
It's really interesting looking at the Resident Evil RE7. I was like, son of a bitch. I don't. Not my Resident Evil. I don't. This is sick. This is actually sick. And then they RE2. They were like, this isn't my RE2, and then like this game. I don't know. I'm happy about it.
War had some of that where it was.
Yeah, I did that
very
to
different.
Corey to his face. I was like,
Really?
I don't buy that the combat's gonna be good. I was like, it is. And then I clicked and I was like, apologize.
God of War got
is.
elevated, I think, with the release, both from just the
Time
way
to
they
exact
represent Kratos as a
justice.
more three-dimensional character. To the combat itself is also freaking awesome. Like I love the combat of God of War.
But we jumped to Bethesda show, which I thought was interesting that they started to approach that with games coming out in the next 12 months. How do you guys feel about that strategy? Like,
Fantastic.
yeah,
dig
Me
it.
personally.
Yeah.
every single game. Hollow Knight, that was a big one.
Yeah, that's
Right. So okay, within
Just
12 months
12
at least.
Yeah.
We'll see about
They didn't
that.
show anything.
release
They didn't
date.
have the date or the year.
That was
Every single
before
other
she
trailer
said
got
that.
at least a window.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, I wonder how many of those things are going to be delayed.
Yeah.
Too many.
Yeah. That's the. Yeah.
But overall, I thought it was a really fun conference. Like, I definitely really enjoyed it. I appreciate that approach and transparency with it. How do you guys feel about the Redfall game?
I love the synergy of like the different powers and weapons. I think that looks fun. The tone of the game is what's throwing me off because it started off with this like very kind of spooky, kind of suspense-driven kind of tone, and then it became very like, oh, we're all just joking around. And initial tone, and it's all spooky and I would have leaned more towards that, but. Superpowers. Yeah.
I'm not really investing too much into it other than
Yeah.
that. Like I like the town, the New England town, and like the haunted vamp thing does seem very much like a aesthetic that Arcane would do really well. Just seems like a natural. I'm most excited about. I'm at the point now where I watch Arcane trailers and they edit their trailers so sick. And you're ollieing over an enemy and doing a click pow, and then like I play Deathloop and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. Deathloop, I
I really love that. Obviously, the immersive studio, and I really support their desire to want to move away from that. Continue. Flex their creative muscle elsewhere. 100% support that. Happy for them. Love that they get to do that.
The founder, who's the reason they were like that, left and made his own studio.
Correct. Selfishly, I'm just like, I just want Prey 2.
Yeah.
I don't really want another one. I like co-op shooters, don't get me wrong. Like, some of them could be great. But I kind of just...
Yo, is the stream crap right now?
More Prey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's again, purely selfishly.
Is the stream lagging out?
But that's why I'm not personally... I had the same sort of response to that. Did you see that Hyenas game that Emily, the guys that did this Alien Isolation before? Now, see, this is this game.
I bet
The
you
team
could
who
use
made
my
Alien
help.
Isolation at Creative Assembly,
New multiplayer
instead of making Alien Isolation credible, they're making something called Hyenas, which appears to be another like competitive team shooter, hero shooter thing, and it's kind of just like
that IGN 6 out of 10. They couldn't come back. No
Sure.
Alien.
Get this.
so. That, I know that's the thing. Make whatever you want, but I really too.
Yeah.
Burnt out on like quirky, like 4-player quirky character designs where they're all starting to feel the same and I can't remember them. And then couple that with the fact that like these games are like, I know you can play this game single player, but these games are made for people that have like that group of friends that like they rotate and they keep playing a new game. I don't have that. I'm like totally, utterly, completely alone. So
I'll play it with you, Jake.
okay. So,
I
just-
feel the
it's
same
like,
way.
how many of these?
Battering's not ready.
I don't know.
The ridiculous thing is that I will play all of them. Obviously, it's a little bit different because it's on Game Pass. I will play all of them for 5 hours. Have a good time when I do that, and then just bounce. And I feel like that's how I feel about it. It's like, I'm going to play it. I'll probably have a really fun time playing it because every two fans on previews coming out to get the level that they make. Red Bull just hasn't grabbed it because of that.
You guys,
Jake. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. See what. They're making more linear, like that loop just didn't take off like they wanted. I guess.
No, they said this a while back. They said they
Will
wanted to
come
from
for you.
They said this probably 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, what you're referring to is a rocket paper shotgun interview
Yeah,
that they may never make a linear campaign like this on it ever again.
Yeah.
Which like
Such a bummer.
yeah, and like Dana's the person who made it.
Match point from
Like
Lucky.
it's like, but can you keep making those? Like, could those still happen? Good. She has threads on design. It is an old. It's something they have.
Grabbing battery.
Maybe it'll.
That point briefly, you said that Jake said about like the characters and whatever, like the same character definitely felt versus something. Darktide, which is another co-op shooter, but a very different vibe, and I was totally into this.
Did you get to play that?
I did. I played a bunch of it. I really enjoyed that a lot. That's out of stock. No, they're not making. I don't know. That's just another indie project, but based on.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. It's just a different
Oh, there's
So, I feel like they publish every pitch they get. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
took a while.
Yeah.
Sick. play that. No, that's very exciting. Yeah.
Dude,
September,
what
I
is
can
up
see
with
it
fucking
at-
Finn, bro?
Bank, but I did not. So then the biggest week traffic was Starfield, which finally got 18 minutes of gameplay, I think it was.
Now that the dust has, I don't know. It just doesn't. There's nothing in it that like jazzes me, except for building my own shit.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the feeling I got when I first watched Fallout 4 game 3. Love, I need this. It seems like it's fighting, and that's engine combat. A lot of stuff just looks like
If we're lucky.
And also
Right.
Outer Worlds is really good. You know,
And No Man's Sky.
And No Man's Sky.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. This have kind of been done, or like in this genre have already been done and done really good. So this doesn't or shiny as it maybe would have been had it released earlier or something. But also just
It's a weird one because I think that we all overhyped it, but I don't think they did that because they were just like, "It's coming." They
No,
didn't say
did.
shit.
No,
Really.
no, that's not true. Let's not forget Todd Howard. They're like, oh, the technology for this doesn't exist yet. And, oh, now the technology exists for Starfield. And the little Vidoc things that he's done. And,
I feel like I didn't see any of this.
oh, yeah. And they've been having this for a long time. It's our first new IP in 20 years.
Like
they've been-
concept
yeah.
art videos where it's like, here, look
All
at
that
that
I've
piece
seen the
of concept
concept art, but maybe I'm pulling that from him, to be fair, which is like not a great source. That he was on a podcast and he was like, "We haven't even released gameplay." And I was like, "You're right. We haven't released gameplay. Why am I so hyped about this?" So I had a really interesting reaction to it, where at first I was like, "Oh, sick," and then in the same 18-minute chunk, I was like, "Oh, huh? Oh." Like, and then I came away and I had to think about it for a few hours, and I was like, "Yeah, it's okay."
Yeah, exactly.
It's a weird roller coaster.
But I think as well, like, obviously, this is so because they just run. Obviously, you had Oblivion, a little bit in some ways, like Skyrim. Skyrim is
thank you.
multiple, absolutely. And a lot of people say that. A lot of people are like, no, it includes Oblivion. But then Skyrim, everyone's like, look, this was an incredible studio that had an incredible run. Stuck on. And obviously Horse Armor and the Creation Club and all that stuff, but we kind of just filed all that away. And Fallout
We're almost
actually.
in that way, like Blizzard was
yes.
too. And now,
With that bubble
Maryland,
pop.
darling. Yeah, Maryland.
It is Maryland.
Yeah.
Right. But with that bubble popped, I think the entire narrative comes up.
Point for red team.
It has yeah. I think as well we've
Oh my god.
which in this way. So, by the way, I understand that. Todd Howard is on record that a lot of there's definitely with it. Like pretty dog shit in a like a contemporary sense. If you remove that more
tricked them. Is that I read something that made me think it was a new engine, but actually, like with a patch.
yeah, that's right.
And they did.
They did.
And it's like it's still. I was like, oh, it really does look like Fallout space.
Star Wars.
Again, cool, fun video game, and I do think the magic of Bethesda games is it's very much the quest lines and the way they get set factions and the choices you make. Enjoy, but do I think it's going to have that kind of impact on me that those other Bethesda games did in the past? I think that.
Yes, we're framing this negatively, but I would say I agree that I imagine elements. I will love the No Man's Sky elements. I really
I
like
thought
No
I was
Man's
an
Sky. Good time playing. To what? Like,
Yeah.
and because the hype gets so like. You know,
Annoying.
yeah, fucking annoying is a better way to put it. That it becomes like the video games, and it just. I had really thought the community did. Like shit. That I.
That's a real
I just put in Todd Howard use, and it's man, so much this.
There's this one line in that article that says basically the development team would be like, yeah, we would call it seagulling, where Todd Howard would fly by at some point and then shit all over someone's ideas and then leave. You know what I mean?
We had one of
And
those
I'm like,
at IGN.
hell yes!
At IGN, we called it swoop and poop. When somebody would walk into a meeting, shit all over it, and then we.
I guess.
Yeah.
Seagull style.
A bunch of people within the development team didn't want to make Fallout. You know, when they were assigned to it, they didn't crunch everything, the whole 9 yards. It was not a good development cycle.
Yeah.
What the
Did.
Are they? Someone in chat just said, aren't they making the Indiana Jones game? I didn't think that was them.
Yeah, they.
Again, I do not pay attention to game news anymore.
No, it's not. But Todd
It's
Howard
machine. It is.
Yeah,
machine.
but Todd, I know
Oh, okay.
Big Rod Todd is producing, so there's that. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, it's just things I say.
Big Rod Todd in his cool jacket, back at it again. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this feels so sad. Like those games, including Youngblood, was I love both of them. And then Youngblood, I like when I played it and I realized it was not a beat. It's actually almost like a Destiny, like without the Destiny. I was like, oh no. Fuck.
Yeah, that was
Just
so
in a world
lame.
where, yeah, maybe tempered expectation. Just everything's sort of like hopefully.
In different ways.
Again, I think Star would be a good game that I really enjoyed playing. I was very impressed by the scale of it and the amount of things that were in it that I didn't expect to be in it, like dogfighting. I didn't plan it. With that. Oh, it was a weird one. It was. I think I just.
like they've never played the best. They're not even necessarily the best, but it's like are in ring quest line in the that I get sold on a Bethesda game, and that's the stuff where like you can't really trailer or an 18-minute thing or whatever. I give the story in the world in the day, then it might really surprise me and really blow me away.
One of my favorites ever.
That was the first Bethesda game I got into. And it's fucking in so many ways, but man, there's something special. Great, the guards stop following you because they don't recognize you. Like, it has that special effect, like just like cool items like that, cool spells. You can...
Well, what's keeping me like at least just like at and I'm still gonna. I'm like when they first announced this, where when it was first started. Oh, this is like they've done like it's been this cycle, and this is something that they seem like they've clearly like wanted to make. They're making a new thing, so I'm like, okay, yeah, that's really do it for me. But I'm still like, all right, this is something they definitely want.
They should not be making the next one because Todd has already announced that after. Dude, let another team Otherwise, we're all going to be 85.
Yeah.
At the very least,
There are lots of other studios. Yeah, there are lots of other studios that can do this. So just bum it, please.
Obsidian.
I mean, they say that, but Obsidian is so small, and they're already so.
How many did I ask for?
It's
That's true.
they're making 4 games.
That's right, and there's
What?
like 3 people that work at Obsidian,
It's
right?
amazing.
So it's not gonna happen.
So impressive. Like, and all their games are so uniquely good. I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan of Obsidian. What about I don't know what that's actually gonna be. New game? I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
this looks
Yeah, dude. Now that.
And that's alongside Avowed, right?
And
Obsidian, right?
the Grounded
Yeah.
is hitting Outer Worlds
And
2 is coming.
Grounded
so.
is supposedly like very yeah, and
Yeah.
TV shows in development.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
It's a lot. Yeah, I would take an Obsidian. If they can manage 4 games with the team their size, I don't know how they do it.
No,
Yeah,
I think
and
the
like
next
all of
Fallout
them
game.
are good.
The next Fallout game needs to be like made by like deranged weirdos. Because the original Fallout games are just so weird and wild. Like, they need that energy back.
Yeah.
Hideo Kojima.
Give it to whoever's making Wasteland now. Oh yeah, he's
That's
using
what I
cloud
keep saying.
tech.
I keep saying In Exile.
In Exile,
Because
that's
it.
that is the perfect fit for like New Vegas, tour.
'Cause Wasteland-
Yeah,
still
I mean,
weird.
Wasteland is pretty much.
Wasteland is weird, and it also hasn't really cut through. Like, it's a cool franchise.
Yeah.
But if they were to jump onto a Fallout game, like, I think that studio deserves.
You can even take Wasteland 1 and 2 and put it in Fallout. Like, you don't even just be like, great, this is great, I love it. Like, I would be curious to see how much that sold.
I don't know.
I never
I
finished
I
it, but
feel like no one talked about it.
3
It was
million
one of my
players since launch.
it was one of my games of the year.
Loved it.
Like that year. It's a RPG time. I really strongly recommend going to play it because respect, it is a fantastically made game.
I just feel like
Let's get this
No,
started.
absolutely.
so yeah, it doesn't look like it because how hardcore it is. I feel sales are impressive, but and Game Pass probably helped.
I imagine a lot of that is
One of those literally how induce.
Yes.
really great, right? Yes. You're just like, man, relax.
Yeah.
Give me a shot. Like, you load into a combat and
Everyone.
oh,
She said shit gets out of hand so fast.
Yeah.
They are really good. I would take that making a. I feel like, yeah, the reception has just like kind of
Positively leaning mixed, but still
yes,
like
positive
not.
mix. I don't know that it was ever really gonna live up to.
Elder Scrolls. Everyone's gonna freak out about Elder Scrolls. I don't know if that in part has to do with it. Starfield just like from a stylistic standpoint looks a little more generic than I'm used to. Like Fallout has such a strong identity. You look at Fallout, you know it's Fallout. Elder Scrolls has all these different lands and landscapes and like
Races.
yeah, races and fantastical environments and all these things. And when you see Elder Scrolls, you know it's Elder Scrolls. Starfield's like, okay, it's like astronauts. Okay.
Yeah,
We've seen
definitely
astronauts.
disappointed by the lack of aliens.
Right. There's like some creatures, some
I think
critters
they
here
might
and
be
there.
hidden. That like you'll go
Yeah.
find aliens. So I was like, really, just a bunch of humans? Come on.
That
Yeah. I don't want nothing. Kiss him on the
do you guys think about the whole 1,000 plus? To me, that feels like a 6-inch times kind of marketing thing. That's true, but I don't think it's really as big a deal as they're making it out.
I mean, like, I worry about it if it meant that the resources went to those instead of going to things that I don't care about and have no tangible way of knowing if that's the case. But like I said before, I think it's exciting for the modding community.
That's true. It's this big canvases that they can just.
So, I mean, modders could have just built their own planet.
We didn't need to
They
know
don't need
something now.
Bethesda's help. They can fix Bethesda. They've been fixing Bethesda games for years, you know. So
Yeah.
like let it.
Yeah, it just doesn't mean much to me.
Yeah, fair enough. So,
Play again?
Point it sounds that they can that's all.
Persona's coming to Game Pass and a bunch of.
Persona coming to Xbox was one of my like most hyped.
Me
Yeah,
too.
that's
I love Persona.
Because I'm so excited for people who've never played Persona to get to actually play Persona for the first time since that. Like if they're Xbox loyalists for that franchise's history. That's so cool. Like
It's
very
a crazy
exciting.
ride and very dark. Like they go all in on the darker themes and stuff. Like they don't hold back. Like
Yeah, dude, those games are fucked up.
they're dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
They really are.
And like in some way. Yeah, even if you keep. It's like, I don't know why there's a bit in Persona 5 where more emotional, because it's to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Why? What? Oh no! Like, it's so
Yeah.
weird. There's a lot of that shit.
Woof,
You're
woof.
trying to commit suicide for a very so emotional fucking hell. But we love him.
That's like scary.
Yeah, that one was like definitely one of my most excited. I think that, like I said, the game I'm most anticipating is Callisto Protocol, a game that I feel like I'm guaranteed to love. Like no matter what, when that comes out, I'm going to love it.
Just play it.
Yeah.
Yes, I played the demo.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. But I think that, like it could have a potential of
What game?
I'm most anticipating is Callisto Protocol, and then the game that I
Me too.
feel like I'm guaranteed to
Who are
love
you gonna
is for
send
sure
in?
Metal Hellsinger. I think like no matter what,
Metal
when that
Hellsinger.
comes out,
Oh.
I'm going
Yeah.
to love it.
Just play it.
Yeah.
Other game,
Yes, I played the demo.
definitely
Huge
more
fan.
worth talking
But I think
about.
like it could have a potential of ending up a little bit too much like Doom 2016, which like I also love, but corridor, big room, corridor, big room, corridor, big room. So it's hard to say what the other levels will look like.
One that I'm really excited. And Shadow Legacy, it looks. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
saw
it almost looks like Assassin's Creed, but magic can like move through the shadows,
yeah.
and I love that look.
What is it?
That
That's
I
cool.
feel like
There is a
I
game where you
think
can
that's
move through the
like-
shadows and actually
and
become
Assassin's
one
Creed
with the
really no longer
shadows.
feels like a stealth game to me.
No,
So
Okay,
they
started.
Yeah, with like metal. Because it's got all these mechs and robots and everything, but with shadow magic, it looks awesome. There's this.
I wanna look up some videos on
Metroidvania
Thief remake.
called The Last Case of Benedict Fox that I thought
Yes.
looked
That's high on my
Oh,
list.
yeah, that game
looks
looks good.
incredible.
Last case of
Yes.
Benedict
I
Fox.
love how that looks.
The
What is that
Replacer
on?
or something like that. I've been waiting on that.
Xbox, yeah.
PC thing.
Yeah, that did look obviously very inside real messed up. Yeah, that looked dope. Beautiful.
Yeah.
There was some things, yeah, there's some announcements, games that I hadn't heard of or seen before that I thought looked very, very cool.
For sure.
That I know now not remembering the names of because they are new IP, which is unfortunate. Yeah, there was a lot of variety. I felt like definitely, clearly a year where a lot of things were horror inspired. That seems to be a pretty recurring theme, but
UKL looks great. Very excited for that.
yeah.
Finally excited to see if Scorn
Wow.
actually releases
Wow.
this year and what the hell it is, like how it plays.
Yeah.
Because it looks gross, which is cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Aliens. I'm gross. Like that's the whole game. Like
I no idea. Maybe? Yeah, that played for a post.
Dude.
yeah.
I look forward to playing it if it's the case. And
Man.
then we had a couple of things that happened after. Yeah. Which, like, I was very interested in and like, plummeted, but in a way that I feel
Bro,
like there
come
will be a
on.
release to that game. It's like a world of tanks. A world of warships. If you were into that, would be into it, but I was like very disappointed. You know, you can't. Off your ship, I was expecting to be a lot.
Yeah, it just then I was watching that and I was like, boring. Oh my god! Like, and the problem is too is that they took a lot of time detailing the shot, and just the general loop, but like, it's see that in presentation where it's like every game has that now, so it's like you have to play it and it's
Clear,
interesting.
you have already played this. Like, you have already played it because I played it back in 2018 at E3.
I think I did too.
Right? And it was the naval combat from Assassin's. It's the video they show. It's the there's some mixed in. If you have played that naval combat in those games, it's the same as that. So like, I just feel like
If it's in that game, I could.
exactly.
I've played enough of those.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I don't understand how this product exists the way that it does because the Black Flag was like almost like a spin-off. Like you've got Assassin's Creed,
Yeah, but
but
I've
then
been
you
saying it
have
for
Pirates
years.
Creed.
Pirates Creed.
And if you could just keep that going, like you would have a fantastic franchise that people. I'd be Black Flag was still
The
my
pirate
favorite
experience.
Assassin's
I put like 700 hours into that game.
Yeah,
Wow.
same. I put way too much into AC4
When I
and
went
Rogue.
to Gamescom, I had this. It's when I was working for Xbox. They put the game that we had most played and the hours we put into it on our like, badges. And I had like 450 hours in Assassin's. I didn't even know that. It's like, did I fall asleep?
Did you just leave the game? I was gonna say, just
Yeah.
leave the game on for
What
like
the fuck?
8 weeks.
I used Smart Glass. Then you could use the iPad app that existed for a year.
Let's get this.
I did that too. I remember that now. Yes.
What a time.
So,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I still feel like there will be an audience for Skull and Bones. I'm just not part of that audience. Like, you know how I said earlier, like, most I will play it. This is not one of them. I
Is
don't
it
know.
the Sid Meier's Pirates people? Like, who is it? Are they still alive? I don't know.
I feel like it's like World of War Tanks Bros. It's a bunch of dudes in Russia. Just get really into Skull and Bones.
But like,
and
don't
that's
forget,
it.
those games are all free, and I'm gonna guess this is a $60 product, right? I'm gonna guess. I
Fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
don't, that, I don't know, man.
You be sticking with audiences and like For Honor, I thought was, and then for years I was seeing on social media like new For Honor update. Hey community, what's up guys?
The
And I'm like,
community's
what
like
guys?
really engaging.
My God.
To be fair, Foreign is actually
The combat's cool.
insanely sick. Like,
Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege started out exactly that
I
way.
feel
It
like
was so
Core
rough.
X is good, but I dropped off. I was like, I like this game, but also I'm okay.
it's a and I'm super cool for that, which I'm not. So I didn't stick with it either, but I played it and I was like, hey, this is cool. You need to be up for that competitive fighting game.
It was definitely one of those ones where when everyone plays the first, people
Yeah.
no liked it over the weekend, and then on the day, it sucked.
Kick your butt.
Yeah.
I guess that's it for me. Never mind.
Figured out the meta and whatever.
Yeah, yeah, but I do feel like it will have an audience. I just don't think I'm that audience.
Bro.
I'm not gonna play much of it. And then the other one is obviously Stray came out this week.
Oh my God, dude.
I still haven't had a. I've been.
It's like 5 hours.
Yes, yeah, I hope to finish it like tomorrow or something.
Steam Deck it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I loved it.
Run.
Don't do that. Enjoyed it. Like I'm not a cat person, and I was expecting it to be a cute cat game, and I was like, sure.
I think you kind of said that you liked it but didn't love it. Yeah.
I felt like it just was missing it. Like, it's not really like I'm upset about the length for the price. Like, it's not really that. It's just how the pacing went down, because it is that it bails on that mechanic, and then you're in a new setting, doing a different type of thing. But it just almost felt like it was missing like a character moment in the middle with one of that group of that four group of robots, and maybe like one little ability scene. And
I really
also
just
saw a lot
left
of people.
that second hub world. I just the one with the waterfall.
Oh, I love that one.
I should have
It
gone
was
back.
incredible looking.
It was really
I wanted
cool.
to live in that.
It did look good, but I was like, guess I'll just keep climbing. Okay.
Is like I saw a lot of reviewers and stuff say that they like emotional nothing. I love cats. I thought there were some cute moments and some good little bits of dialogue, clever stuff, interesting questions raised, but then it just ended and that's it. Alright.
I found it to be heartfelt, but yes, it's not like I was super emotionally invested. But I did find it to be heartfelt. Like I was like, oh.
I still really like it, and I definitely like. I'm so excited to see what they do next. 12 specifically.
That game took 5 years, which I feel like is very obvious again in the design. I think the design in that game is like comes. Very, like you introduction. Managed to pull that. The only thing that particularly unappealing about Stray is the parts where you are using your UV gun and you just have to back up sort of over and over again. That's the only option. Any strategy you have for that, that's the only thing that I was like, I could have done with none of this.
But I think well, I don't know, I was thinking, okay, this is cool. If the game is this, I think it's a problem. But then they go, okay, that's gone, and I think that was to Jake's point, that pacing where they know when to get on.
Let's get this started.
Got that right.
It takes a minute to realize, like, moments where you're walking around on the ground through the street, and the camera actually, like, the way the camera is situated is that the cat, the player, are on the very bottom of the screen, and the rest of the screen is filled by full-length robots walking down the street, all buildings, and then when you start going into smaller areas, the camera gets up close, and then it gets stuck on walls because it's... But... like, you don't even... just jump through, or I walk bars, and I was like, oh, I can't get through it. Oh, I can, I'm a cat, I just squeeze right through it, I really appreciate it.
Do you ever walk into any of the robots' feet and make them flip over?
Yeah.
You do that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Any robot you see walking around, just like run into their feet, and then the robot will just like face plant, and you can stand over them like, you work for me now.
Yeah, that's great. It's like every dad in the house somewhere, like, oh, this freaking cat!
Like I said, it could have been
I don't know about that. I think it's a larger team than that. I remember hearing the number. It might have started as 2, but I remember hearing 20 in the dev team.
That makes sense.
That's 2 people. Jesus.
I wanna keep this. I wanna pad this. It's like if I beat.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
VODs
god,
are
so
good. Yeah,
dude.
they're from Metal Gear Solid 2. So like, yeah, like a lounge groove.
Jazzy.
I love it.
Yeah, the music was fun.
Games.
So many things about it are so good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Again, I'm never gonna pay attention to cats. I'm very allergic.
No, I don't like cats either. I'm with you.
You guys can't come over my home.
I used to be a dog person and then actually live with a cat, and cats are pretty.
Probably get more out of Stray than we did there. Escape Academy also came out this week. Did anyone?
I think it's not actually.
Love it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why? What do we like?
Pandemic happened, and they were like, "We're showing up to our escape rooms," and so.
Cool.
And I think a lot of previous games is its own thing and is very good at what it does. And smart. Like it's engaging, kind of bold, right thing, where you can't do that so much in a skill thing. It's very, very fun. Stray is also on PS Plus.
The premium.
Get out!
Pretty good, to be honest. It's actually kind of. Plus free tier, but.
Jake, you finished it, I heard.
It's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Cool.
So a lot of the voice acting is pretty rough.
Yes.
Which I'm sure you noticed right away. It's
Yeah,
like a
I
little
played
bit of a
about an
slap on
hour
the face.
and did feel the slap in the face with some of the performances for sure, yeah.
Yeah, the one thing that I like though is that it just told a semi-interesting story. It's a little bit different than a video game story. It feels a little bit more like a Breaking Bad or a Justified type of thing. It's a very like fucking weird tale about bank robbery and redneck families and like periods, and I thought it was pretty played out with the decisions where they really make you like I was like, oh hell no, and I like picked the other and then I picked actually like I was really I like these games. Like all these click this games but this one I was the story was good all around. It was like they came up with a story first and then they came up with a video game, but then what comes with that is like boring QTEs and stuff. So
yeah,
here's the deal.
I said it before, I called it mobile game mechanics, which I still stand by, which in one facet is a positive because you actually can play it from your mobile.
Yeah.
You can play it touchscreen on your phone, which is cool. Especially for co-op.
Yeah, it even says like with the QTEs when it's like press right, it says swipe right. And I'm like playing on an Xbox controller on my couch clean. It's very easy to set up to play multi to 7 people, and it's a code, and then you download the app on your phone, and you get in. The text is clean, the sound effects are the same on the phone, and you just play. It doesn't make you make an account or anything. It's so straightforward, jump in and go, which is how it should be. It's just a weird game for me because it's like a serious, like drama, and broken, very long. Not like a couple of and you're watching as dusk falls.
Whereas like the quarry, which you can also cheesy horror teenage shit that you'll
way
like,
better example.
You'll make fun of it.
Yes, I'm starting to come into an issue with is how quick time events and the interactions are really so on the I'm for be it because of disabilities, totally, but it just feels like it's like thrown in as like to keep you awake, where it's like
yeah,
and every once in a while it's like
nowhere.
wake up and press B.
Yeah, maybe
like
a
I used to
hard mode
like
is warranted. Maybe a hard mode is warranted. Until Dawn had
Yeah.
like you could die if you moved the controller.
yeah
It was brutal.
yeah I
Like
forgot
you had to
about
just
that.
stay there and not move, and like now the quarry is just hold A to hold your breath for the right amount of time. Very easy.
Yeah,
It's not hard at all.
I remember playing like the older. And like that's like a cool murder mystery game, but then in the end it turns into Dragon Ball Z. And like if you miss some of those QTE, like you fuck up, and it's like oh no, like well I'll get. So I a little bit more agency with my stuff, and as the falls, didn't really have that, but it just kind of stuck thing.
Yeah, voice acting is off, which is unfortunate. Some performances are good. I think some of them
Yeah.
are just it's not consistent, and I don't tend to play the like narrative choose your own adventure. It doesn't appeal to me at all. I knew that seeing As Dust Falls in advance. I might play more of it. I did want to try the streamer mode, broadcast mode, where you can give a call, and that sounds
Really good. I watched a streamer, like I clicked around, and they felt very strongly about choosing decisions on something else, and I'm like, wow, this is good. It almost reminded me of like the hard, totally, where every
Fun and narrative driven.
the little
Yep.
four codes, even like similar earlier, and we
Place like, do you need to name place, or is it can someone some kind of like a friend part?
I don't know.
Yeah, I should actually probably look into. So it's like you can
guess-
play locally on the
Let's
couch
get
and
this
pair up
started.
controller, but you can also play it. Yeah, online. I guess two people have to own the game.
Okay,
gotta
yeah, that's
look
what I was
into that.
asking if they have like a friend
Yeah.
pass.
I'm assuming that for the broadcast mode where people just use their phones, they don't have to own the game. That would be nuts.
Yeah.
So wait, do they actually see the game on their phones when they're using that?
I don't know. Again, I want to try
Okay.
it. I imagine
The way
that
we
they
do,
watch
like-
the Twitch stream and then they have input on their phones.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and
The way we do
Android
Jack-
no.
Okay,
Yeah, the way we do
okay.
Jack Discord. It's
Yeah.
like, it's very easy, I think. But
Cool.
Especially now that Xbox has Discord. Yay!
Yeah.
Breaking news today.
that's right.
Exciting. You guys about.
Power Wash
Man.
Simulator. We're not
Wait,
finishing
let's
this
go.
podcast until we
I'm
talk about
so-
Power Wash Simulator. Okay. That's gonna happen. So
The
just
playground
get
took me
ready.
4 hours.
Yeah, yeah, it's.
They had amazing.
It's
Come on.
accurate. Yeah.
We're not enjoying his.
I had,
Right?
I had
Right.
friends over and I was just sitting there playing. And they were like, I need to fucking leave. You're never going to finish this playground. But the house...
Yeah, they're good.
Let's
They're a
get
good
the
midpoint, I think. The escape part is big.
I assume it's going to take me a while, yeah.
It's very big.
That game has to be as enjoyable as it is.
Yeah,
I don't
most
Yeah, they really understood very deeply the appeal of Power of Bloodborne,
More
and they're like,
serious
we need to
strain.
make a game of this.
Didn't
Oh,
anyone teach you not to
satisfying.
somebody tagged me on some Instagram thing where they were like, Alana Pierce recommended Power Wash Simulator, and it was literally just Power Wash game, and it was dog shit, so I don't take recommendations anymore. And I was like, I didn't recommend. I said I couldn't stop playing. That is not the same as a recommendation.
Same with me and Destiny, don't worry.
Tell you to play it. It's and I've like been a bit sick lately, so I'm just there like just fucking power washing my brain. Like, why?
Oh, washing my brain.
just
too much.
because some folks can't stop, taking I don't know, a gamble can't stop.
There you go, you heard it here first.
Don't
Power
recommend
Wash
it.
is the same as gambling, okay? They're the same thing, just watch yourself.
I
You're
think
gambling with the world.
But you get the pleasure of university.
Relationship this game.
Yeah, it's just something. It's
So
like
good.
dating someone who's like just very addictive for no reason. They don't sting.
for blue team.
I was gonna say you're dating someone who's really
Dare
good.
to try this.
I
It
wouldn't
actually, it is
Really like
actually
it.
the second highest rated game of the year on Steam.
Holy
That's a
shit.
real thing.
Right?
So it's not just like weird nerds who are into it and us. It's like basically everyone that plays it.
It's just so
So,
satisfying.
I feel like I should make a video about it. I think I'm gonna.
I was
Dude,
also
I'm
going to,
watch
and
the
then I
shit
was
out of
like,
that.
I just want to sit on my couch and play it. I was like, no.
But I think when you do your Q&A videos, right, it's the perfect one. You're like, I'm just going to do some Q&A, and if you have you in the corner, power washing while answering
Let's play
questions,
Q&A.
that's
Yeah.
like the old,
Let's
that's like
play
the
Q&A.
old, you know, the old like Leafy videos or whatever, where they used to have the people doing the Counter-Strike, you know,
Yeah.
thing, where that they
Yeah,
understood
and they
that there are
talk about it
certain
for some
games-
reason.
Correct, but there
Yeah.
are certain games where you just watch it, and that's okay. Like, it's just got that watchable quality,
Yeah.
where it doesn't matter what bullshit someone's spouting in the background. You're okay just to keep watching. You know?
It's
Yeah.
true.
With like the old SpongeBob Krusty Krab burger flipping
Ah,
on
man,
Nickelodeon.com, and I'll be like, hey guys, so today we're gonna talk about this YouTube drama. And it's just me, as SpongeBob flipping the
I
burgers.
fully
and editing
forgot
the video.
about that era of YouTube where people were playing
Oh.
Counter-Strike and COD, but like talking about drama.
Millionaires, all of them.
Oh,
that's
now
right,
for
they all-
sure.
They
For
all got.
sure.
Yeah.
Wild. Yeah, Ralph, why do you think it's good? I can't articulate it.
Power wash.
Yeah.
Never really. I mean, like. It's just. All like philosophical. It's hard. Okay, life is hard, and to get things done it's a lot. And the world is this is actually a legitimate line of thought that I had. It's so. So achievable. Part of it is back. In the world with all the shit going down, you can take it there, and you know that at the end of it, the playground is clean. And so I don't know how real that is as an actual like.
I mean, there's
This
no
is
way
something I
that
can do.
those little dings.
Match point for red team.
Oh man, so I was like that me.
They know it. They shirt that's like they sent me a shirt thing.
No.
Shirt Square Enix. Okay, where
Long is
Oh, I mean, I've
how you
seen
play it,
people.
yes.
It depends. Yeah, the idea
You can
is.
finish it.
You can,
Yeah.
I think there's
Power
30
wash everything?
stages. There's 30
30?
stages. Yeah. But then oh shit.
I
But you see people with like 300 hours on. You know, you put on a podcast and you do it. I listen to an audiobook,
Yeah.
like a Warhammer book, and you know you can.
get through it quickly.
No,
Just to
vibes.
clean shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
correct, and also the co-op aspect. Like if you've got buddies and you just like want to hang out and catch up with a friend or whatever, and be like, hey, let's just chat. What can we play? Escape Simulator? Oh, sounds pretty stressful. How about Power Wash? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
You know? So.
Yeah, so it's been out for a while in early access and just came out on console and fully released, and there's some new content, but it seems like they'll probably continue to update it, I imagine. Again, I don't necessarily recommend it. I'm not telling you it's a good game. I'm telling you I like it. Maybe
I recommend it very strongly.
Let's get this started.
if it's on Game Pass, you know, check it out. Check it out. I think it's on Game Pass. I'm not sure.
It is.
It is? Check it out. Check it
Oh,
out.
shit, I guess I'll
Dabble
have
in
to check
it.
it out.
See if
I
you
don't
like
know
it.
What rabbit hole am I
I
gonna
don't think
dive
it's for
into?
everyone. But I did play it. Okay, this is fucked up. I played it. Surgery migraines. It always causes. And so I haven't had a migraine since I had the surgery. And so I stayed at Power Wash Simulator because I was like, I'm free! So long that my hand hurt because you hold down RT the whole time. I had my hand on RT for like 7 fucking hours.
Lana, there is a button.
There's a
that you just
toggle.
press. There's a toggle. It's like the left D-pad button. Whatever, please.
Oh my god.
We are sorry.
Well, good to know.
Oh
I
man.
think I have a
That is bad. They thought of everything, Alana. They really.
Being live on stream in real time in 4K.
Right. She's like pointing at Square.
In
It's like, this is
HD.
all your fault, damn it! Don't pay for this.
Rob, do you have any Destiny updates for us? I asked begrudgingly.
Oh god, here we go.
They just finished their season, and I like it, but I don't. I continue to say that it's not a game that I recommend to people. It's not going to be a game I recommend for probably another 2 years until they fix their new player experience and they stop deleting content that you paid for. But who knows if that'll ever happen. But look, the bottom line is, if you are a Destiny fan, you already know everything I'm saying.
Aiming for the fur ball.
Happy. Anybody else that's not a Destiny fan, good. Stay that way for at least a little while. That's the deal.
Fascinating.
Appreciate the update.
Probably not.
Oh my god! I guess there's not that much to say other than
Coming in from left field.
announcement, but it's one of the most anticipated games.
I haven't seen it.
Cool t-shirt.
Yeah.
Cool t-shirt.
Yeah, I was sure, like, oh, they announced the and I'm like, oh, cool, this could be it, because they're like, hey, fans and newcomers might want to tune in, but then, like, they
When I
started
was
going through the
watching
whole
it
history.
and it's 13 minutes and there's only 30 seconds left, I
Yeah.
was like, it's not happening.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
That's how, and then, boom, baby!
my
And I
God.
screamed.
I lost
Still
it.
never played the first one.
Dude.
Give me the 15-second, like, this is why everyone absolutely froths.
Easy.
Dogma.
It's like open world D&D with Devil May Cry-ish combat and Shadow of Colossus style climbing on monsters.
And some,
is like,
some Dark Soulsiness, but also the story
some
is
Dark Souls.
fantastic. The world evolves so much.
I think it's described every single game all at once and the best version.
And it does it the
so,
best.
You know. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
The
So
point
what is
system
it?
as well, it fucking rules. It rules, man.
Japanese developers decided to make a Western, like, medieval fantasy game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, the whole like gathering a party together and going, and that's what like bring in other people's like characters that they made, and then like you can import them and tag along with them. Like it's a really
Do you think-
fascinating.
Do you think it holds up? Like if I was to play it?
Yeah.
There are some rough edges.
Oh
but,
yeah, it's not like a clean
Yeah.
But that said, I do. But I do recommend new players play Dark Prison instead of that era when Capcom released a game and then released the same game with like a second game a year later. But technically, the ability is faster. And so for a lot of people, I think fall off of the original Dragon's Dogma. So I would recommend these crystals up. It's just like some of the content in that game too. It has into a and the thing is giant and it's a grim reaper and a whole oh my god! It does that stuff. It's more consistent. Potentially not more.
There- edges where I know like couldn't quite get through it, but through it, I think you're gonna find like you're gonna get equal, because if they can take that to the next level,
The pawn system was like really D&D inspired. Pawn? You shouldn't
Pawn.
question it, Ralph. Everyone else always questions it. And
Oh, like I
And
really
porn.
did. I really did think in my head, PORN. I'm like, what? and then you said
no,
it
that's
again. I'm like,
Yakuza. no. The pawn system POWN has you can use you can shape their AI a little bit, and you can like import pawns from your friends and friends of party members.
second thing I sell out of the game. Like that's cool. So
No.
we're actually talking. Try to get it.
When
Okay.
you get one that like they've given like go to this little like hub thing where you like spawn.
Who are you gonna?
I don't know why they chose the word. I don't
There are
work there.
subreddits for that as well. You know.
demonetize.
And yeah, it's like it's got some stuff going on like web and everything. It's not like that it's not the most popular game in the universe. I have a I imagine it. Check it out.
Hey, did you get Will's Forza?
No.
I was given the time week to.
It's so. Have you touched it yet, Jake?
Wheels game.
Sure.
But
Oh, you mean Unleashed?
yeah,
Last year. Yeah, that was
at least on
fantastic, wasn't
launch.
it?
Yeah.
Massive orange Hot Wheels track everywhere, and loop-de-loops, and the magnetic tracks. Tracks are actually water. Like, it's crazy. It's
Have like a Forza world?
Well, yes, absolutely. So imagine like that is the map. There's the one giant overworld. So there's the map of, and then separately there's now the Forza Hot Wheels map that has lots of different race events across it. But it's a huge
Where racers go when they die.
Oh, it is a racing game, and oh man, it is so nice and just so visually overawing because like I'm playing it on my TV at 4K or whatever. It looks so stunning, but it's almost like it's amazing that this thing exists because you ultimately have what is perhaps the finest racing game on the market today in terms of its like handling and its commitment to detail and its like presentation. But they've also made just a goofy ass Hot Wheels game, and it's like. That's incredible. Like no other there's no way you could have got that amount of money into the Hot Wheels game. Even Hot Wheels Unleashed last year, which was fantastic, doesn't hold a candle to this in terms of presentation, So, really recommend it.
Forza Horizon, but I think I asked this before we went live. I know that Forza Horizon has previously had Hot Wheels content. Is it different from that?
I actually wouldn't know because I didn't play one. So.
So,
Any cars you like, you can use your Halo Warthog car as well. And there are really cool missions that tell you the history of Hot Wheels while you're doing them. So you're like racing this race, and they're like, Hot Wheels started where this is like car. The whole history of the franchise. That's pretty cool. And I love it. I'm like, I love these missions. Let's go. More Hot Wheels history, please. Okay.
Is that the UK one?
5 is the most.
So I just finished the UK one like a few weeks ago for no reason. So then I feel like I need to break it for a full 5 even though I know and then I'll get right into it. The next. Here we go. For sure. Ralph still.
trust what they say there. What? Reasons why I shouldn't out. I should. And if I should to other people. Oh, you motherfucker.
Haven't touched it yet.
It counts. How was the download? Alright,
Excellent.
cool.
So good.
Alright, we
In
did.
New York, the download speed.
Alright.
How big is that game actually?
What?
Answer that. Off with the fact that I feel like
I enjoyed it. On that note,
What, work-wise or what?
I guess. Yeah, where can people find it?
Same old. You can find me on youtube.com/videos.
Mm-hmm.
Random
It's like,
takes,
I'll be
Twitter, voiceover stuff, yellingattheo.com.
and then I react
And
to whatever
Show
the
up,
new
you will
thing
find
is.
me over at Skill Up on YouTube.
The wrong reaction is the new. Why?
I'm learning it, you know, they think like good.
What? Fuck.
I've got a preview coming out this
Yes.
weekend.
Yeah.
Some people.
Something that is
So
coming soon and it's on people's radar.
this,
Nice
this,
meatball.
and this. So while I'm also trying to save shit,
You can find me on
if I
Gamer
react a
Ranks,
certain way, and they think
on the
that's
Before You Buy
probably
videos
normal,
and on Fridays, the news show. Also my
then that
personal YouTube
becomes
channel,
the new
youtube.com/jfaldino. And Twitter.
So did you do your hair?
We did.
Yes, we're having a baby.
Right.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, sure.
Friends Per Second podcast. It's available on podcast platforms and also on the Show Up channel. We do that every 2 weeks with the Completionist and Lucy James. And it's been super fun.
Must be nice to be a pretty boy.
Mm-hmm. You were saying?
If I'm gonna continue to move forward, I need you to know that I'm not mad at you. I am just floating on a
Okay, folks, I make no excuse.
angry sea for some reason.
Absolutely
Because
no
for some
excuse for
reason,
the Domino's
Whoa.
pizza
where it
box
wants
behind
to
me. I've literally
Where is it
demolished
and why?
the entire Domino's pizza for the first time in about
Let's get this started.
7 years at this point.
I feel like I'm always played.
And I'm gonna
Bye.
chat about Porosnia. It's been going. Where is the progress?
Who was that? Why?
Put some of your mind to ease. It's been a strange journey.
Dibs on the furry monster.
The why is I will comply with said plan.
There are still many things that are really odd.
And what's that?
We are now reaching a point.
Why can't just like use the actual situation? Like, okay, somebody said this and then this happened. Why do you have to like use hypotheticals or like paint a different picture?
It's basically this thing that happened the first week of COVID-19.
Yeah.
Basically, having a
Special delivery.
say, hey,
Mm-hmm.
catching COVID, you can use
Chew on that.
for a few weeks and then you didn't say anything. This could
What
always
the
use
fuck?
for the rest of your life. This could
Alright,
this,
I'm
that,
upset because
fatigue,
I'm talking to this
issues,
dude
all of this stuff.
and he's on
Nobody
some
even
weird
wanted
shit.
to, but nobody really
And I've
knew
already
what
now told
was
him
possible from
on
this,
3 occasions he's doing some weird shit, but I think like this,
flu variant.
I don't know. It's pissing me off
Whatever it
because
is, it fucked.
I had to
It smelled
explain
intense.
in detail the other day
The first
that the shit that he's doing is triggering me.
it would
So
basically
I'm getting called from a block number.
smell, taste, nothing.
That's
I
dumb.
couldn't- You know, if this was a
From your number when you call me. Yeah, that's the obvious red flag right there.
Chew on
Mm-hmm.
around Christmas time.
Is anyone in somebody in 3
That's what
weeks?
it stands up.
You?
Only able to
Until somebody does something goofy and then you go overboard.
unbelievable, like, test of mental strength.
Even though you
I felt
probably
so
done plenty of
stressed.
goofy things in the same amount of time.
I've been on medication, I've been off medication to deal with stress and stuff like that. It's just been incredibly frustrating to do anything with my friends. Sit in this place because it absolutely stinks and I want to walk.
Chew on.
I'm moving.
Burger shop that's
Yo, you want me to follow this, but you're still,
sweating
like,
and my
you're still
sweat
following me.
stings. All this stuff, right?
I have a good sense of idea of who you are. I even some identify.
Match point for blue team.
I will get
Bullshit
you.
on
It's just
my
a bit of
life.
food, get over it, eat what you
Special delivery.
Have a simple conversation.
No more
Because
space.
you just go. You're not supposed to be my friend. You need to fuck out and just say that shit. Because Because there's information that I be needing from you.
Yeah.
Trying to eat chicken and almost.
Ah, damn it. Why?
Because it's just like, I be ready to beat the shit out of you. I'm not going anywhere, but for some reason, you see what I see?
Why is anyone
But I
that
can't do that.
is people even worth it?
You see potential. You just see how great they can
Yeah, you're gonna see that with everybody, bro.
I'm not gonna see that with everybody. Being,
Everybody has some type of potential.
me guess.
Feel the beat.
Unless they just out here and not giving a fuck, bro. They gotta have some type of potential.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't realize the thing that you might be looking at that makes you deem that they're not giving a fuck is not the same thing they're looking at.
Maybe now you was
It is gonna look different to everybody.
If nothing was to improve, I feel like I could carry on.
Man, I hate
I
fighting
tell
that
you, there
bitch.
was like one. I lived with a roommate.
It's been a frustrating experience.
And we were complete opposites, but it worked because a certain
you enjoy and it works for you. And you just like start the whole process again. Touch.
But my thing is nowadays, I realize like I was telling him, he was like, "Why do you tell me this? You need money or something?"
Maddie, what the hell? Where are you?
I think she wants to go outside. She keeps going back and forth.
Man, she's been outside all day.
I mean, she can have the house to herself. Honestly, the dogs are in the room.
I was very ill, so I'm vaccinated.
Let's get this started.
Yes.
Sure.
Don't stop you catching COVID. You getting hospital on the effect. Not getting into all that, right? I chose to be vaccinated.
It
That's my
starts
choice.
to.
Exactly what she was gonna do.
I was just like, what do you mean? He was just like, why are you trying? And I was like, what do you else want to talk about? I get it.
Like, it's weird that you can't talk about that. Right? It's weird that you can't talk about that. Like, it's weird that they're like trying to force the conversation to be something else. Like, well, why can't you talk about your dreams? What's wrong with that? What I'm saying. But a guy.
I can't give you an analysis like, yo, I didn't ask shit.
Yeah, it's a conversation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So.
And then he gets thrown down and he's like, well, and he's like, oh, but hypothetically, how much? How much? And I was just like, why would it? I know the kind of man you are. Like, I'm not after you after money, because if you were, then you and me saying, I guess. And if I can't sit here and say things, then
6 months, a year, 2
hell
years.
yeah, I'm just gonna do shit. These
Wow.
gentlemen is just, I mean, something to just be better. I mean, granted, right now, if we really look at it, and I did, it sounds dumb, but
Bland ass meals, rice,
annoying.
potatoes, peas,
because then, like,
you know,
some guys, they want their girl to tell them what they need.
Cool down and just try to get through it.
We tell
Every so
them,
often I try something.
nah, you should do
It's
this.
only in these 6 months that things have changed. So what would normally
Just completely disregard what you say or have.
I would say, let's try a strawberry, for example, and eat a strawberry, and it would be so good for
Like this dude, he gotta be like
I hate fighting
genuinely
Shaggy.
like top 25 biggest times I've ever spoken
at
to.
this point, it's been
And you know, I'm gonna block you. Have a that's not goofy, then this dude like, yo, what's tea?
Wooded pudding.
And I was like, yo, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying like that's what it looks like over text. And everything's like short. It's not even conversational. It's just like, bro, you're not even trying. Like you look. Where?
Never used that before.
Or, yo, let me play in your guts. Let me play in your wallet. And then he goes, nah. I don't think, what the fuck? I say, yo, you want to give me a massage?
Let's get this
Nah,
started.
but you can come deep in it. Niggas is selfish. That's what irks my nerves. Like, the niggas who think they really like not shit and they're really not shit. I think people like me just need
Tales of this will be told across
like I said,
Westeros.
I'm ready to go to war. If I have the time, yeah. For this goal was yes.
500? Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm thinking 75,000. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that's definitely small money. What the fuck?
So they already off the bat told me you didn't really have the same rules and regulations. But I'm still trying to you just gonna sit there and I don't know how many like and I can just
Match point for blue team.
Each lesson makes us better.
I don't know.
But you know what's crazy? It's been 3 years and I'm still going back and forth and I want to teach this boy to be a man, but all he fucking cares about
Success.
leading me in a path of like bodiless. Even though that's not his fault. He's just dumb.
Who buying winner dinner? Play again?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to your mind on like my track record is crazy. Actually, I don't want to say it's crazy. My track record. I've never. I have a list. A list
Of what?
of all the.
Mm,
Oh wait, didn't I ask you?
that would be pretty hard.
Yeah, I met a guy the other day. He had like a long list. You can have the list as well. Better be the best. 'Cause I'm gonna be the last.
Yeah, that's usually the goal. Damn, I was gonna say, imagine like the person you promised to have like kids with or get married with ends up like having like 4 or like 3 kids with some other random ass person. That should be crazy.
Taz hate talking. Taz warn you. Taz hangry.
Maddie,
That'd be hard, dude.
come on.
Would you still
Come on, Maddie.
still like want them?
Come here. Still.
If I'm sorry, where they are, where you guys imagine take just the person, the whole of her. Would you still?
This start.
So great. Unfortunately, though, most of my exes, as cool as they were, I don't think they were. Of them were kind of like. The right one.
It's funny, all of the new guys made my favorite relationship my favorite relationship. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Hungry. Time to scoot a
What the fuck?
You know what doesn't rage me? It's just like it doesn't matter like they could be
What the fuck?
Point for red team.
it's like I don't want
Bro, what the? Man. Yeah. Sure. Sure. The nuisance. Fucking bro. Of course, I'm gonna die before I can even fucking kill you. No! In a fucking row.
or something? Not that I'm in it. Let's go!
Hey, do you know how much it costs to do like a with an activity?
Yeah.
Should be free to do something in the park. I mean, technically. What do you mean?
I mean, if you actually put in some effort and add in some. Call it
What kind of activities would you?
food. A bat.
A bat?
Yeah.
What would you have a bat?
Add in.
Why basketball?
Do you want to just?
Oh, but
With hitting a water balloon.
a water balloon?
A balloon. A balloon. What would you want to do at a park?
Let's get.
You could paint. You could. Plan to take photos. A camera. Most likely your phone. I'm pretty sure you guys have a decent enough phone. That's less cost then.
No.
Are you equating everything to how much money you spend or something?
Thinking of like more unorthodox or
How would you taking selfies? More, you know, actual, yeah, like you're at a park, like that you wouldn't just have in your backyard or home. And if you're planning for it, then you know exactly what kind of scenery is there, what kind of clothes you guys could, you know, coordinate or whatever. I mean, it's just like technically like a mini photo shoot of sorts. Could plan on doing, I don't know, videos, skits, TikToks, I mean, modern day shit. I was trying to, you know, or like things like TV, like oh we could just watch a movie, like that's kind of, you know, why go all the way out just to do that, you know. I was thinking if you're gonna do something like that, then maybe have like laser pointers, you know, or something like that, just to accommodate for looking at the stars, to make it a little bit more, you know, hands-on, so to speak, or not hands-on, but just more visual, like more. You can directly see what you guys are looking at. It's hard as fuck to be like, hey man, look at that. And then fuckers. Yeah, man, but like, come on, bro, it's a star. But I once had somebody like weed or drinks and stuff like that's cool too, but. Come on. Bitch, man. Fan.
Who are you gonna say?
Where is that rabbit? TAZ hate talking.
Let's get this started.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me just pull up. I'm gonna like just.
Dibs on the furry.
Oh wait, load it. Look at me. Yeah. I'm already. I don't. I think I like step. Or at least I feel step.
Don't get fleas on me.
Holy fuck, man.
I'm not gonna lie, though. I should have already
Bro, what? Yeah, okay.
Which is, I guess.
Don't get fleas on me.
Wow. Oh my god.
Match point.
This bitch is quite annoying indeed. She's down for TAZ. What the fuck? I don't know.
No more spinning.
No, I can make 2 million in a day.
2 million what? What the? Yeah, he just. What? What? Yeah, could be 2 million.
Stop that.
Man, does this bitch really not have to try or what, man? Fucking hate this character.
Taz don't like you.
Bitch, I wanna fucking. Why? Why can't she do anything and get, but they made TAZ weaker. I don't. That's weaker. Did it, man.
It's hard for me to like do all your stuff.
I'm good on that.
Who are you gonna
I
say?
didn't even know what I was talking about. I mean, for shit.
Yeah, you talking about like doing my room or something? I'm good on that.
The videos. It's not.
Yeah, it's not hard, you said.
Yeah. Highlight your special moments. Put them all together. Tactics.
How did I get this? Yeah, I don't like any of the stuff in here. I would need entirely new furniture.
Yeah, but that's not where it's gonna start. You need to like actually take it down and see what the room is empty.
Because I've never seen the room empty before.
I don't think you just actually remember.
No, sorry. I don't need to do all that just to get an idea what the room looks like. I just need some
See, that's the thing. You're only
different
thinking
shit.
about the idea. I mean, like the whole room. Like if you actually forget how everything was in this room, you just have a new idea. So you don't really know what the room looks like empty.
Yeah, that's like some really overcomplicated shit. I don't need to do all that. How- physically.
But you already in this room, and then if you just
Furniture.
wise,
Yeah, I hate the furniture. It's not really a good place. Desk in here, which is fine. Down. Come on. The futon, which is I'm still not down, man. The futon. I'm still deciding on what the fuck I want to do with that. I want it, but I'm not.
cash offer right now.
What would your cash offer be?
Amigas, you want a train or something?
Taz getting instant pants.
There's no way. That's not.
More
that's
bites,
for you.
less. Taz work. Taz.
No.
Not much for talkage.
That's more for them.
Yeah.
How much?
Random person, I would charge them at least like 70 to 100 somewhere. Yeah, fine. The only thing I would need to do is just shampoo it and vacuum it. It's not like it's ripped. Oh.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not like it's ripped or anything.
Let's get this started.
I mean, I don't personally think it's nice of a futon. So.
It's just a time to get it out though. I mean, to me, I just need some.
Yeah, yeah, just like a couch, and I don't really like. Yeah, it's just like a couch, man. Just for lounging.
Like honestly, when people, I'd rather they see them for that.
You see
But
what?
then again, I get to a point where I'm like, yeah,
Hungry.
Okay, motherfucker.
this girl was telling me that she doesn't understand how people party on a Tuesday. Like, well, not everybody has the same schedule. I mean, not everyone can be off on Friday, Saturday. It's a random Tuesday. And I'm like, yeah, I'd rather go party on a Tuesday.
For some people, it's not a random Tuesday. It's their Saturday every Saturday. Damn, bro. Just like, what the fuck, bro? And they complain about TAZ, man. That shit is wild.
Match point for blue team.
Okay, I'm feeling all like inspiring stuff now. Game on!
Random attack knocks me all the way out the fucking map. Bro, what the fuck, bro?
Hungry.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
Taz win!
I bet you this one dude.
Rematch?
I don't want to fight you again. I actually kind of want to take a break from this game. I think so. Just and shit the fuck out. Pretty much know all the characters. Nah, I just know all the characters. So like, for the most part, I just kind of just want to play something else, switch it up.
Who are you gonna send in?
Like what?
But this is only in a demo for now, so it's like I might as well just play it until I can't.
Yeah, it's only the same like 6 characters.
They just added LeBron. I don't give a
Why
fuck.
don't you play with more than two?
I do. I play as her, him, her. I play as a lot of characters. I just pick him the most. It literally just made him kind of weak, so he's not that fun to play as anymore. So
You know, you've almost already tripled your sword in one day.
yeah. One.
Oh, no, because I didn't see you yesterday. Damn, you do about like 100 wins a day.
I could do more.
Yeah, but then I'm
Yeah.
just whipping 100 times.
Yeah, but then there's just certain characters I do not like fighting, man. Like this motherfucker, Jesus, bro.
These events were preordained. You cannot go against causality, and we are just that. We saw some of you lowly humans with your heinous comments on the League Part 1. But what more is to be expected of a species? Throughout his greatest prosecution. So, do you think they drift a grip?
Much. But I hate. Please kill yourself. I was every side of the screen. Okay. I said if you don't just quit right now, bro, I don't know what to tell you. And then he just fucking. Yeah, man. Fuck you, dude. I hate fighting Finn, bro. At this point, I'm gonna figure out how to fuck Finn up so much. He's not. See, that's what I mean. I already know. I know all the characters, man.
Who are you gonna send?
At this point, there's no point in me to keep playing.
You know, pretty combos.
Okay, for the most. But
Just like everything.
yeah, he does literally slam dunk on you and stuff.
Yo, so they're not gonna have Michael Jordan? I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like Michael Jordan would have been way better, or like
this is going off what Space Jam.
they're gonna add Rick and Morty next.
That's cool.
And it's not necessarily going off of Space Jam, but you can assume pretty much anything that you saw in Space Jam could pop up in this. So even all the other stuff like It the Clown and
Because it is a multiverse, but I'm saying like if like
The
LeBron,
Shining.
are you gonna add like more athletes or why LeBron?
I mean, it could be other. I mean, there's the Monstars. There's hella other athletes.
What the fuck is the monster?
They're the bad guys from Space Jam.
Okay, but step away from Space Jam. So if you put LeBron, why can't you put other athletes?
Let's get.
I mean, MJ was cool. I just feel like if people are putting LeBron, they put him.
I would rather have just put MJ instead of LeBron, and then just give him a better moveset, like straight arms, like he had in the movie or some shit. No, they put LeBron in, and they make him look way cooler than he looked in the actual movie. In the movie, he looked like a fucking dork. God damn it. See, look, I keep fighting the same guy, and I hate fighting this dude. Whoa! Oh shit! I should have did something. I couldn't jump. That was weird.
See, that's a stupid question. The question in my head was, what would make your videos more interesting than anybody else?
Better editing, more consistent style in the editing, and to cut out the fluff of me just like chilling sometimes and not saying shit. Highlighting funny moments in the game and like things like that.
Aesthetics.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm thinking, see.
as somebody who kind of understands like the era in which I grew up, like hip hop, anime, you know, cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons, stuff like that. Like, you know, who grew up at the same time period can kind of get it. I mean, someone younger than me could get it too, but if I say like I Johnny 5 or some shit, like, are they gonna know what that's from? Like, man. Fuck you, fan. Nope. Cheesy bitch. Fuck you. Goodbye. Success.
Test time. Test time. Play again.
He wants the rematch. I'm surprised. Oh shit.
Like, you remember when I was in the outfit? And you sat me down? Yo.
So
Sometimes you're straight face. But
irritated maybe?
no, it's your face.
Interesting.
Like your lines are not scrunched anywhere. Your face is just relaxed.
Yeah, when I used to wear time for time. The fuck? Okay. Damn! Bitch, I wasn't paying attention or something. I don't remember.
Nothing like a good fight to get the blood pumping.
I don't remember fighting this bitch, man. What the fuck? I must not have been paying attention.
Who are you gonna send in?
The first song sucked. I think he's scared to release music too.
What's that?
Me? I was just disappointed with the song. And because I got my ass beat. And I guess, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or what.
Let's get this started.
You went back to oh my man. She doesn't even get sucked into it.
You ever done that?
Can't hear you though. Yes. What? Sure, man. No, hey, bro. She's like able to get away with so much. Bro, that's not a fucking attack. It's a stomp, bro. Any other time it's a hit. Bro, come on.
In time.
Bro, sure, bro. Sure, bro. Fuck out of here, man. 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 That was crazy, dog. This nigga is fucking annoying. Shit. Ball sucks, bro.
You didn't even listen to us.
Yeah, but I can already tell how it's doing. I don't like it.
Well, we messed it.
No. Sounds bad. Space Cadet. Yeah. Look at my purse.
My purse.
Weirdo.
Who are you gonna send in?
That's like way you think.
Okay. I said, yo, what's the secret no one knows? And he was like, well, I'm an open book. And I was like, well, yeah, I guess. This, and I was just like, yeah, for that to be a secret, it didn't seem like it meant much. So it was just open information.
Secret, like big of a secret.
Yeah, like the.
Oh yeah, so that was way too easy.
Let's get this started.
Makes me think about that.
What the fuck? Alright, Superman, you're quite annoying.
Yeah, why don't you wear like
Cutoffs, like crop tops? Yeah. Oh no. I like longer sleeves. No, just like longer sleeves. I don't really like I don't like when I have sleeves and then they're like super short. Now if I'm wearing like a tank top or something, that's different. I mean, is it? Or I wouldn't say so. Damn, I thought. Muscle shirt though. I'll get more uses out of. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say next. I think I get more uses out of it like this. You motherfucker. Grippies? What? Oh my god.
people don't see it until I explain shit to people, because I know. That's
Well, yeah, this song is trash too, man. It's got potential. Niggas gonna ponder. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It sounds like another beat. It's just different, and you have that.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was about. That nigga quit. No, what?
I have a quick question.
No, I didn't.
I'm starting to believe that, like, Snow got me down. Have you ever noticed that when she walks, she doesn't walk straight? Like, if you're walking with her, she has to, like, climb what direction you're going straight, and if y'all not in the same path, like, you just accidentally spot her. Like, I
I'm gonna switch it up after this. Take a break from the multiverses. What about them? They snapped? Like broke? Damn. Oh my god, thank you, Teddy, for reminding me. Yo, you motherfucker! Harley Quinn, what the fuck? Got you, bitch. Got you, bitch. Got you, bitch. Wow, this bitch is wild. Oh way, what the fuck was that? Man, Harley Quinn is fucking crazy. What the fuck? I could still win, but damn, bro. Harley Quinn can do so much. I don't feel like doing all the shit necessary to fight her. See? Bro, what? Yeah, I'm dead. You? What did you bring up food for, though?
Use the pineapples or something, but I just made a dragon fruit blueberry smoothie.
What happened to Hugh? I thought you were playing that Hugh game.
Yeah, I went to go
Dude, no way this motherfucker is able to do that.
I was playing that for a little bit, but then there's this one part for some reason my brain won't let it slow down. Like I watched Nina do it. So I can't get past this moment. And the crazy thing is my patience, the threshold ended up being like I know what I need to do. I don't know if it's my controller that's not allowing me to do it. I mean, it's a good factor, but and I know if I go sit down and go try to watch Doctor Strange, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but
It's not? Damn. Everybody talking about it like it is.
Depends on what you're though. I was more excited watching the book at Eli than watching it.
Why compare those two?
Because I ended up watching those back to back. Just like the acting, like it was a bunch of like big names. Like you had
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, yes, he was like this narcissistic
Bad guy.
guy. But he's just like the man behind the headphones. Like he's not actually doing how to do. Like there's more memorable parts.
This shit look crazy.
There's currently a secret in your Armada that only one person on Earth.
Fucking Batman, eh?
Now, minor spoilers ahead if you haven't played the game. You might not want to know a few of the secrets here and there.
Let's get this started.
At the same time, it's one of those games that if you're really doing with the story, you might not even know what's happening anyway. So, either way, minor spoiler warnings ahead. So, literally, a few hours ago, I'm not even like a few hours before I started recording this, the new subreddit randomly
a lot of money.
in its room. By the way, is it Automata or is it Automata? I don't like saying Automata because that's let's take a look at the entire clip itself.
I fucking suck. Sorry, Batman.
Of course, space errors, which is not supposed to be or something. So, probably not whatever it is. Screenshots of what it was that was at the end of the church. Entire church hidden.
Cover activated.
Where do we begin? First and foremost, that's something he's going to
Match point for blue team.
himself, Sad Futago.
Hope you didn't give me.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Shit is ridiculous.
Suspicious, especially when
Yeah, it's a buttons. Yeah, I get it.
It was only until conveniently a few months later and a few hours ago, just as this recording, that he actually showed a little bit more, but again, there was a convenient where there was not enough space in memory or whatever. Yeah, he couldn't record the whole hallway. So why bother answering how he got in there if this is all just a hoax? But that's the problem. How is it that this is a hoax? It's not a mod. I mean, it can't be a mod. Mods usually aren't this advanced, and if they are, then it's
Sorry.
and he saw that there was nothing there, clipped through the boundaries of this copied city and saw that there was two can be answered by simply saying, well, it doesn't show up until prerequisite conditions are met. And what are those conditions?
The world, my buffet.
So we figure that out. We might never know if that thing would pop up at all. But then again, there is the man himself, Yoko Taro, the man behind Nier itself, who has stated before in the past that all the major secrets have pretty much been discovered. So when people talk about that quote-unquote final secret that Yoko Taro has hinted yet video very
Who are you going to send in?
Lance McDonald.
Some three players worth endings and unlock every. Yoko Taro already confirmed this. 3 years it took to find the final mystery. Of course we can take his word for it, right? Well, not really. Yeah, Yoko Taro is very, very beloved by everyone who started in the community, but not many people really trust him. Just how good. Of course, hold up, Yoko Taro has to have noticed what we said, right? Like what we found and everything like that.
This is not avocado.
And when did you fucking know?
What?
Just as I told you before, we can't trust them.
Surely
Do you
lying.
want to know about my insight? In that case, you and what does this say? I can't answer about products. Please ask publisher. DM, accept business and acquaintance. He loves fucking with people. I knew he was not going to answer about it. He was going to be very vague. And what do you know? He's very vague about it. Of course, he was happy to answer about an Easter egg beforehand. But now, oh no. Now it's now people are too interested. Why is he like this? Why are you pulling me aside from this mystery for a second? Some of you might have already come to the subreddit and have found that there's a plethora of things all of a sudden. Where the fuck did that happen? Well, I'm not 100% sure on the story myself. Some guy claimed to have figured out how to
Bruh.
and when he was invited on a call by some
What are you doing?
He just said, hey, be right back.
When?
He wanted to get some pizza, and then he just didn't
How the fuck?
back. So,
And
it's
when?
just sort of been a pizza conspiracy.
Not sure why.
4 years ago actually strengthens the idea that this might be
Why?
a secret area that was moved
For
somewhere
who?
else was by this Reddit user by the name of Alpha Satan Omega, who found that the
You need to be at a wedding for Nita.
actually has a version of itself within the trials, which features the church that was shown within this secret room. However, taking a look at this model of the church and the one that was shown briefly
At a
by
winery.
Chicago, we can see that they're actually not the same. In fact, this church is a reused asset. from
Dude,
Bayonetta
just
2.
fucking die, bro.
I mean, that's not really a shocker. Game devs use their own. Nuts if they had to recreate every single asset when they already had a library.
Bro,
It could be
what?
that this is a basis for modeling an actual tower that was seen in the copied city. It's also interesting to note that the version that Sad Futago is playing is actually 1.0 and apparently a disc version. At first people thought that this was from a patch that was released after Nier Replicant, but the 1.0 version actually makes more sense, as there have been discoveries, Easter eggs, and new content from 1.0 versions of different games, such as a completely different ending in the 1.0 version, discovered by just one guy who just didn't have really good internet and decided not to update the game at all. But even then, even if we get a 1.0 version and we get the earliest disc possible that was released on production, that won't guarantee that we find this room immediately.
Bro, fucking die, man. Why did they do this to Taz, bro? He should not be so hard to kill people with.
Completely unknown. Even the guy who uploaded this doesn't even know. So we're stuck. Holy cow, breaking news. The guy finally actually showed full video of him going inside the church, uncut, completely done. I don't know why it took him so long, but let's take a look. Even know. And so we're stuck here. Holy cow, breaking news. The guy finally showed full video of him going inside the church, uncut, completely done. I don't know why it took so long, but let's take a look.
Who are you gonna send in?
Oh, this is fun. Fun. More bites, less talks.
Whoa, what's that? You.
Let's get this started.
TAZ
What? Wow.
Sorry, you lose.
So let's analyze everything one by one. First, like an ARG. This is how a lot are kind of built. Sadly, Toggle means twin story, as there are twins in this specific probably username, but rather a multitude of twins that are found throughout the series that Yoko Taro by some sort of tragedy or horrible sorrow. So it could honestly be referring to any of them, or most likely all of them. Some people have pointed out that you can see Popola's and Devola's staff in the church, though I can't really tell if that's what this is. I wouldn't really know because I haven't played the games yet, so oops. It's also strange to see that this guy's profile, well, it was created not too long ago and with the purpose of just showing off these Easter eggs. It's not totally insane to think that this guy doesn't use Reddit and just sort of made an account just to show this. It's just too convenient. In fact, this is convenient. The first time he actually showed this Easter egg, it was only a portion of it, just the next time he showed it was just the hallway. And now the third time he's shown it, it's a church open that one chest. The times that he actually uploads these updates are very strange. As one person noted, these were actually uploaded during prime time Japanese hours. You know, after work. Just totally a stretch. I mean, we all know what we're trying to say here. That it could be a developer, most likely Yoko Taro. Of course, yeah, just because it's a hoax doesn't necessarily mean the game or the people who work on it at all. And we can available incomplete, edited. And look, there's items everywhere. After the door, under the ladder, through the hallway. Whoever made this up clearly wanted to show that this was edited. Otherwise, they would have just removed these items. They're so random and just so meaningless. And yet this is the only place where the item believe. The biggest thing about this mystery, I'm surprised people haven't mentioned this yet. The way he resembles more like someone who knows English as a second language as opposed to a native English speaker. Now, of course, I'm not trying to make fun of anyone's English, and obviously this person could just be a foreigner who lives in an English-speaking country, such as Quebec, Canada, which many people believe he lives in due to the fact that he gave us photos of the copy of the game he has. All 19 photos. Yet I can't help the fact that at 6 in the morning, standard, but that would be around 7 p.m. Japan. Hard to believe that someone will get up so early in the morning just to post another random response in such a sporadic. I don't know, it just feels like someone trolling and pulling your leg, honestly. Then there's the whole convenience thing. I mean, he has refused to share anything else other than what he has posted on Reddit. He has not saved shared what how he progresses beyond that. Sees it. He's very anything at all. Let's not forget that he deliberately forgets or just doesn't do opening up the map or opening that fucking chest. I get it. He needs to be 9S, but still. So no, I don't think it's a modder. Could be, but man, that is a lot of work. Like almost for just a hoax. And I also think it's an Easter egg that anyone can just access. What I honestly think this is just marketing. The most boring answer to this whole thing, it's just viral marketing composed by the creators and the director of the game, probably to promote either the game on the Switch, which to be honest, this account was made about a month ago when the Switch announcement came out. Or perhaps even more than that, they're adding content to the Switch version that will be soon ported over to more endless, the useless, and honestly, I'm in love with this thing. Really, like, even if it turns out that this is honestly, like, the fact that he put so much effort into this game.
Eliminate the enemy to win.
Make no excuse, absolutely no excuse for the download of the behind it. I've literally signed demolished the entire Domino's Pizza for the first time in about 2 something years at this point. it's been going, where has the progress come from, and maybe on some of your minds, a strange journey. I'm not fully healed at all. There's still many things that are very odd. However, actually so tunnel. I just wanted to speak. Is basically this thing that happened, I believe, really with the first play. It would say, hey, be careful of catching COVID, you can lose your smell and taste, and for a few weeks, mate. They didn't say anything like, this can alter your smell and taste for the rest of your life, this can do this or that, or it would seem like long fatigue, long COVID issues, all this stuff. Nobody knew in terms to the nobody really knew what possible from this disease, flu, variant, whatever you want to call it, to get into conspiracies, whatever it is, it fucked up my smell and taste. For the first couple of weeks after catching it, it would be basically nothing. I could, if this was a glass of vodka, I could down it and I wouldn't know I could eat it and I wouldn't know anything. Then around Christmas time, later, it just went back to normal. The reason I know this is because I can see family pictures of our Christmas lunch and I was just eating a regular lunch, so I must have been okay at that period of time. It's now been a good 2 years since then, and tonight is the first time I've honestly sat down and thought to myself, I really, really enjoyed that meal. I can pick up the phone. And I wouldn't give a fuck. I think, bro, it's just pizza. That's not the point. This understands that being one thing is an unbelievable test of mental strength. I felt so stressed. I felt beyond mental health with stress and stuff like that. Incredibly frustrating to do anything. You go out with friends. Oh, I can't play this because it absolutely stinks and I want to vomit. Oh, I'm getting money out of the cash point. Oh, it's next to a bloody burger shop that stinks of onions and I want to throw in. And my but it does to me. All of this stuff, right? It's been so frustrating. I don't use that word often because you might think, bro, it's just a bit of food, get over it, eat what you can eat. The thing is, man, if you've had prosmia seriously, basically, you just... So, I'll tell you what, I'm at the point now where everything tastes normal apart from onion, and I never thought I'd reach that point. I remember 6 months ago, my channel, trying to eat chicken and almost throwing up. Let's give you some little examples. You know those Quality Street strawberry creams? Oh man, they're delicious, aren't they? It tasted like I was eating soap, and I had to spit it out. Birthday cake, vile. Any form of biscuit, vile. Cake, vile. Yogurt, disgusting. Any form of meat, no, can't do. Anything with garlic in, no. Anything with onion in, no. I was just eating potatoes, basically. I had to get blood work done because I was really low on protein. It's just been like a mess, and I didn't think I'd ever get back to normal. Now, I'm not saying I'm back to normal, but comparatively to where I was 6 months ago, I never thought I'd reach this point. So, you can see right now, we've still got a few slices left of pepperoni, and that just tastes as I can remember it. There are some things that taste a little bit weird, but I can put up with them. But I'm at a point now where if nothing was to improve, I feel like I could carry on. I could eat a lot healthier. I've gained a lot of weight. I don't pretend like I haven't. That's been a frustrating state. If anyone follows me, I did lose a good amount of weight, and then all of it's happened. And the thing with me is it goes through cycles. So sometimes you might find a meal that you enjoy and it works for you, and then the next day it's vile, and you just like start the whole process again. Touch wood, I'm hoping what has caused me to be air quotes healed. Time is probably the most likely factor. Other big thing that's changed in those 6 months is I caught COVID. I don't know if to do not good go. So I'm vaccinated. Yes, vaccines and effects, and we're not getting into all of that, right? I ended up catching COVID from a gathering that I was at, because everyone in England is just mixing now, which is fine. And I caught COVID, and I was super ill. I don't know if this COVID thing affects people differently. Some people have no effects, some people have really bad effects. Whatever is COVID, it really affects me. I was wrecked on like stuff where you get really bad throat. I can't think of the medicine, but it really affected me, and I had a cough for like 2 months after COVID, so it really affected me. Now, I'm not saying getting COVID, that's the big change that's happened. I haven't done anything different. Or anything. Then I was something else. None of that seemed to work for me. Like tonight, like, so for example, I just want to be right. So talk and contain myself, because I'm like, there's part of my brain that's like, shit, I really hope this doesn't go back to the way it was, but I am excited because holy fuck, I might actually have some progress. So here's how I've been doing it. You'll have all these people online and they'll tell you, hey, if it's really bad, just push through it, it'll get better, your brain will remember it. And I understand that. The problem is I'm talking to you, the long prosmia sufferer. Now, if you've had it a few days or a week, at that point you might just have a bad case of, you might have just had a bad case of the Rona. Flu is fucked up your smell and taste. And for the people, there isn't having someone sit there going, bro, it will get better. We know it doesn't get better. So my process was that ruined my day. I completely ignored garlic. I cooked everything myself. Boring, bland-ass meals, rice, potatoes, peas, you know, whatever I could get my hands on that was working for me. And I just had to knuckle down and just try to get through it. And then every so often I'd try something. And it's only in these 6 months that things have changed. So what would normally happen when I would try a piece of food would be, I would say, let's try a strawberry, for example. I'd eat a strawberry and it would be so deformed, I just couldn't get it down. And I'd spit it out because it was so horrible. I would then try again, because at this point it's been a year plus and I'm like, fuck you, I'm going to power through this. So I'd eat it and I'd think to myself, alright, it didn't make me hurl, but my god, that was really, really unenjoyable and I would not like to eat that again. And that's how it was. Now, I'm at a point, after so much time, where the thing, what's happening, and not for everything, but for a lot of things, here's what's happening. I put the... And I'm explaining this in detail because it's a very strange phenomenon and illness. So what's happening is I'm my mouth, and let's take the real tough one, the onion rubble. I still feel like I smell like a awful dead person or something, right? But I know I don't. But I still have the sweat smell, I still have the onion smell, and now, just about now, garlic's quite... The problem there's not much, so it's difficult for somebody to... I think it's just therapeutic to listen to somebody that's going with you. So I'll put the food in my mouth. Initially, this is now that I've got better, initially I'll be like, fuck, it's still awful. I like I tried KFC, right? Because there was no food in the house. We'd just been out somewhere, and I said just on a whim about 2 months ago, I'm trying KFC. Thinking if I absolutely hate it, I'll just have the drink and the fries. And I tried it. My very first bite was like, oh no, and then it like insta changed. Whilst it was in my mouth, it like insta changed to being normal. That's never happened before. So I think a lot of people are saying online, keep eating it because it will change. But I only think you can do that once you get to a certain point. I don't think you can just force your brain to remember what chicken tastes like. You have to give it a time, you have to give it a break, and then maybe eventually it becomes normal. So, I'll give you some examples. I think I had boneless chicken fillets or something, and I ordered like the smallest amount on the menu because I was like, well, I'll just see if I like them. And I ordered like a tiny box of like 10 chicken pops. The chicken popcorn things have onion in them, and they smelled awful, and they weren't great. However, they were quite strong, but they didn't make me heave, and I could eat it, and if my life depended on it, and that was all I could eat for the rest of my life, I could get them down. It wasn't, but whereas previously, anything with onion in would make me ill. I'd have to shut the doors in the house. People will think this is an exaggeration, but I couldn't have people cook near me. I had to shut the doors if the neighbours had the barbecue. It was just a nightmare. And to me, it's kind of like it stops the smell and I'll be like, wow, that's awful. And when I get away from the smell, it's no longer with me. People will understand that because when it's really, really bad euprosmia, it will stick with you for the whole day and it will like ruin your entire day. Whereas now, if I drive past a takeaway shop or a something shop and it stinks, I just go, oh that stinks, and then it's gone. Onion is still the main one, however, there has been some elements, like when I've forced onion down, where there's like a little twang of, oh shit, it's like, it's really lovely. Onion's quite there yet, but it is giving me hope, and up until this point I'd had basically no hope. To do is not everything testing like anything like KFC wise, you know, those kind of like flavored meats with like onion, garlic or something. I don't want to throw away my progress because I don't know how this disease works. I don't know, so I'm just playing it safe and I'm gonna eat the things that I know are safe now, and in a few months time maybe we'll try some other foods. I'm hopefully at a point now where I'm able to make a lot more variety of foods. Like, I know this sounds really boring, but the idea of eating a bowl of rice and chicken, you know, for like people that lose or always eat chicken, that I've eaten 2 years straight and nuts. So if I can eat every day and it tastes correct, I'm hoping to start to lose weight and get to the gym and get my life back on track, because I feel like my life's been basically fucked for like 2 years because of food, and it might sound ridiculous. Sure. But food is such an enormous part of anything. Sit down and watch it. Person's got chocolates, can't drink anything.
Oh no.
Or I'm gonna watch the football, should we get everything, like especially in the UK.
What the fuck? Oh hell no, man.
It's been really, really frustrating. So I'm not saying I'm healed or cured.
No thank you.
I'm at a point now where I have the confidence. This again might sound strange if you've not got it. But it takes a lot of confidence to
the fuck?
Then
I start to notice.
That makes you want to hurl and you don't want to be anywhere near it. Meal was like that, and it's really stressful to do it every single day.
That's how I feel when I became vegan.
Where, because my taste has improved a lot, I just can try it and I know if it's going to be
Yeah, you better fucking die, bro.
So stick with it. I'm not going to improve because I don't know how this thing works. I don't need to improve.
What? I was behind a fucking wall, man.
Is every single time I take a bite of something, I'm like, it was, please keep it. This was good. I ordered this yesterday and it was nice. I hope it's nice again. You know, or you find that food that you like in the supermarket, and then 3 months down the line they change the recipe of the food and you can't eat it, and then you've got to rediscover everything or whatever it may be. I've been through that as well. So, I'd just like to say thanks to all of the people that have given me